Okay, welcome back to Gauntlet Hangouts. This is Monster of the Week in the Dresdenverse, part 2 of a 3-part arc in 2010 Denver, just before the Red Court White Council War in the Dresdenverse. So let's got too many screens open. Oh yeah, so Will's put a link up for a roll dice. I always roll physical dice, but take your pick. We're all good. Usual, yeah, if there's something that makes you uncomfortable, whatever, yell out, by all means say so. Just say, X card, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't see that being an issue, but yeah, for me it's always, no violence against kids. Good enough crap to worry about without that. But yeah, should all be cool. Yeah, now Tyler's obviously joining the rest of them. Did you have anything in mind for a character there? If you got,
I'm setting up a wronged.
A wronged, okay.
Yeah, I'm running through it now. I should have it ready here in just a moment or two.
No worries. Are they like Sam from Sam Winchester, or are they something else?
Dean, I would say, more than Sam. I think canonically Sam's the spooky and Dean is the wronged.
Okay. Even though it was Sam's girlfriend that got wasted in the first episode. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was Dean who remembers his mum getting wasted.
Yeah. So.
And Sam's spooky powers.
Yeah. Wronged. Okay.
I think the wronged is a cool idea, interesting.
Yeah, I like the wronged. It's a cool one, and I thought it fit well with it too. To ask you real quick, Blake, I pick a monster that did the wronging to me, and is there a monster in particular you would that'll be relevant to this, or?
Yeah, we'll go. Excuse me, Red Court.
Okay, so Vamps, gotcha.
Yep. Okay. All right. So Tyler will probably link your character, which is to 2 history questions, and yeah, we'll link them to the other 2 that are currently here. That should be enough to get going. There you go.
So the party we've got is my character is Jack Graves, a white council wizard, and Tom's character is Joan of Arc, the divine, who's like a knight of the cross, whose mission is to protect Jack.
Oh.
And Erez is playing Lem, a succubus.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at my history questions, and I'll throw out some here to see what y'all like. Oh, I see 2 that are perfect, man. If y'all like them, let's see. They helped you at a critical point in your quest for revenge. My wife was killed by the Red Court while I cowered there in fear, unable to stop them. Is my wronging. And since then, I have determined that I will not be fearful of this anymore. I will get my vengeance, and no one else should suffer like my wife did. So, history question. They helped you at a critical point in your quest for revenge. Tell them what you needed help with. I wouldn't mind that out of you, Will. Do you like that idea?
That sounds good to me.
So tell them what you needed help with. What Want to work on that real quick together? What do you think? What do you think you and I were able to do to help me get at the red court?
I think I couldn't help you directly because the White Council didn't, this is pre-war. But I think I was able to locate them for you and give you something that let you see the red court for what they are, rather than like, the glamour that they wear.
Excellent. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. I'll write this in here and get it on my character sheet in a sec. And Tom, are you there? Oh, you're chipmunking. I have one here. They showed you the ropes when you were learning how to fight. Do you want to think that maybe Joan taught me how to fight?
Yeah, that worked.
Okay, excellent. I'll go ahead and put that one down. And just as a question to go with that, do you approve of my quest for vengeance, or was it more of a, if I don't teach him to fight, he's just going to die the minute he walks out there, or what?
A little of both, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll get that. So there's my history questions. I'll get them in there.
So you, Marsh, is it? So is Marsh from Denver, or did Marsh come to Denver sort of hunting as part of hunting the Red Court?
My guess is I'm probably from out, not Denver itself, but in Colorado. I think I was probably a rancher.
Yeah.
I've got an idea of him, kind of the cowboy-looking type. And I'm pretty old. I mean, me personally, I'm thinking, well, that's not that old, but I'm late 50s, so pretty old to be running around after vampires.
Yeah.
As I get older, late 50s seems, oh, that's young.
I got Glenn Campbell's Rhinestone Cowboy in my head now.
Oh, I love it. I
Should
can
have
kind of
sequel.
see him looking a little like Glenn Campbell. Or Chris Christopherson. Kind of that. Chris Christopherson might be a good thought on him.
Yep. Okay. Bloody hell. Okay, so over the last week in town, it's just been really quiet. There's less dogs barking in at night. There's less birds chirping in the day. At first, you probably don't notice it, but sort of by the end of the week, it's a lot of, in the downtown area of Denver, it's sort of eerily quiet. That nature bandwidth is just nothing. And there's some, bullshit article in the paper about, the birds have migrated for the season or whatever, but nah. No, it doesn't seem quite right. Okay. I think I've sent Erez the links anyway, so he should be able to jump in whenever. Yes, I did. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I think you've all got enough to. All right, and you've all done your questions. I think we're good to go. Okay, my voice is going to hold out. 2 and 4. So, Joan and Marsh, you're in a public place.
Mm-hmm.
As a suggestion, there's an amusement park called Ilyich Gardens, which is like, roller coaster, fairground rides, all that sort of stuff. But if you want to be somewhere else, chuck it at me.
No preference.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. It's October, so I think that's autumn for Northern Hemisphere, from memory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Denver, so it gets really cold because it's up in the mountains, and is more likely to snow than rain. It's okay. Now, so you're in a, I don't know. Do you come to amusement parks often? Why are you both there?
Do we think we've heard something's going on here, Joan, or
I'm just having a night off. No.
okay?
No, I don't think Joan would be anywhere if she didn't need to be there. So I think literally she's just showed up here. I think she's a bit clueless about it. Does that work? Is that within for the Knights of the Cross? Is there?
Oh, I mean, you can have a night off if you want, but it may be Marsh was there either on the job or not, and sort of after 5 minutes you just pop up because you just know something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that does indeed make sense. And if I've met Marsh before, then that's easy for me to get there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Then probably when I see you, I'm probably on the prowl. Then I probably think something's going on, or I'm looking for something here I've heard rumor of. So when I see you pop up, it probably confirms in my mind that shit's about to go down. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see each other. We'll say Jones standing near the, we call it fairy floss here. I think you guys call it cotton candy stand. There's a blonde lady in a business suit standing there. She turns around with some cotton candy, and she was talking to her son about, no, we'll go later. We'll go on all right. We're just gonna have something to eat first, and then we'll go on all right, sweetie. And then her head sort of twists, and there's a sort of a flash behind her eyes, and she's like, "No, they won't take me. They won't take me. This is not gonna happen." And she pulls out knives from her purse, but the knives are kind of spectral and glowing and semi-transparent. And she's looking around and goes to throw it at some people across the way. Joan, what are you doing?
Wow. So the people that she's throwing this at, they're just sort of like random strangers, right? So
yeah, they haven't even noticed yet.
Right. So I think what we're just going to do is just going to try and zoom in between and try and deflect the path of these knives as they're being thrown.
So that's your angel wings, is it? That's all.
Well,
or you're just going to dive over there?
I think it's angel wings. Go to anywhere I've visited before, to a person I know well. So I don't know if that would mean I can teleport around this place, because if I've been here before, that seems too convenient. So I think it would definitely be just
under pressure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so roll plus cool.
Let me open up the roller. It's a 2d6 on that one.
Yeah, it's just a family over there fishing through their show bags, and they're completely oblivious to the spectral knives heading towards them.
Yikes. Oh dear, that is going to be a 5.
Sweet.
Didn't we say it was banned from rolling last time?
Yeah, it's getting a bit that way. All right, so the dad's like, what the hell is this? Pulls something out of the show bag, gets hit in the shoulder with a knife. And he's sort of stunned. Oh, what's going on? Marsh, what are you doing? The blonde lady with the spectral knives looks like she's going to throw another one.
I'm going to I think and she looks all freaked out, like she's
Oh, there's a slight glow behind her eyes. There's definitely something unnatural going on here. It's, yeah.
Okay.
This isn't drugs. This is something else.
Gotcha. I'm going to move towards that one that she's throwing at now. And I'm going to, moving over there, trying to get in the way as well. I think I'm trying to protect someone.
All right, so you're trying to get in the way of the knife or just push the person over, or?
I'm trying to push the person out of the way. I haven't pushed them out of the way.
All right, yep, that's like under pressure again. So roll plus cool.
Okay. And I'm going to pull up that roll for your party real quick. There we go. All right. I got a 7, and with my cool, takes it up to an 8.
All right, so Keeper's going to give you a worse outcome. Okay. A hard choice. Okay. We can go with the knife hits the person, but you recognize the glow. You've seen this creature before. Or the knife doesn't hit the person. You don't know what you're dealing with, but you get hit. So you get in the way of the knife.
I'll definitely take the me getting hit.
All right. Oh, one other thing. We're starting with 5 luck.
Okay.
And yeah, all right, you take 2 points of harm because it just goes. How can I describe it? It hits your soul, not your flesh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's well when it hits you, there's sort of flashes of your childhood and your special moments with your parents or whatever. You know, it's like the most important moments in your life flash before your eyes, and it's like you can not even notice that it's in your flesh. That's not what the pain is. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to yell at these people, run!
To answer your question, Tom, I think you got 3 experience points plus whatever you failed last time. Yes. Yeah, now that at this point, some people nearby are starting to run and scream, and well, it's 2010. So yeah, some idiots have got out their Ericsson and their Blackberries starting to film stuff.
Wow.
Yep. Okay.
I love the accuracy here. It's perfect.
What else happens? I can tie you in, Jack, if you want, or if you don't mind sitting out for a little bit. It's no, you're good. Okay. All right. So the blonde lady in the office sort of suit is in a very manly voice saying, "No, they're not going to take me. No way." Pulls out a fistful of sort of spectral daggers, and they're looking around. And nah, we'll go with 2 big daggers. They're like, I don't know, 2 sort of machetes. They're 2 foot long each, and I've got that weird eerie glow. And they're going to charge for. It was Jane that rolled the 5 minus. So yeah, they're going to charge straight for and just. You're not going to take me.
Is this the person that's been throwing these knives?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Running straight at you with 2 spectral machetes.
Fantastic. Okay. Well,
I mean, they probably just need a hug, but you know.
Well, it's funny you say that because I think I'm going to choose my advancement now. I'm going to take Soothe as a move. Yep. And yeah, I'm just going to talk to this person for a moment. Put my hands out and just say, just hold on there. Calm down. What's going on?
Is there a roll or anything? Or
well, the move, I'll put the move into chat. So you tell me if that applies.
Blocking any panic. That would, I think that would work perfectly if it was a regular person, but
yeah,
there's something supernatural here,
and
this is kind of in response to a 5-, so no.
Sure.
You.
So when I see that has no effect whatsoever, I would very much just like to sort of wait for them to come at me and sort of tackle them to the ground, or like get a grip on them essentially.
Yeah, it's kick some ass, but you're trying to chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Exactly.
Roll kick some ass.
So it's tough, yeah.
Yes.
No. Oh, cool. That's a 9.
Okay. So, and you're just trying to put them to the ground.
Can I try and help?
Yeah, please do.
Yep.
I think seeing you moving over there and trying to be all, reasonable and everything and hold them down and then charging at you with these spectral things, there's part of me that's going, oh, Joan, you should just knock them out. And so I think I reach down and, like, if there's a convenient rock or anything there on the ground or sand, and I'm just going to reach and just sling it straight up into the face of this person as they're coming.
Yeah, there'd be a rock on the ground.
Okay. So I'll...
You don't have to rock. Just say you want to knock them out. We can say they're knocked out. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. I was just trying to get up to that 10.
Yeah, the benefits of the what's the word? Sorry. The actual assist move. The
help out.
Yeah.
To get it up to a 10.
Yeah,
so that would mean you would need to roll cool.
I mean, if you're ready, Blake, if you're just ready to give me the +1, that's cool. +1 to you.
No, that's fine. You because
sure.
You get to the ground and knock her out, and there's people around filming it.
Oh.
You see, she had a kind of slightly green glow behind her eyes, and there's sort of green mist just sort of evaporating off the top of her at this point. More off the back of her head and her top of her spine.
Joan, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Or do I? Is there any way that I could sort of just try and cast back through my endless list of memories and just see if there's something that comes to mind?
I don't know. You think you would have dealt with possession before?
I mean, I haven't done it at the cross, so it's possible. Maybe not have dealt with it in such a polite manner, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Or you can say you haven't, but Jack has, and you can call him or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you think makes sense for your character.
Yeah, well, perhaps that is more accurate. Yeah, just say that. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's say.
People are like, what happened? What's going on? They're standing there with their phones and
exactly. Yeah, no, I think so I think what we do is I'll say to Marsh, I don't know what's going on, but maybe Jack will, and I'll just put a hand on your shoulder, put a hand on this person, and I'll use angel wings to bamf us to Jack.
As you're starting to move, and I've probably seen you do this before, I'm going to. Is her kid still over there doing stuff?
He's just he's eating his cotton candy. He's like, "Mommy."
Oh, okay.
I'm going to yell at. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you got to grab him.
Yeah, so I'll bamf to Jack. And what's Jack doing now?
Jack is, I think, trying to watch TV back at his like basement apartment, and he shorted it out basically a little while ago with an accidental discharge of magic, and it's an old CRT TV because he finds it more reliable, and he just keeps whacking the side of it. Like, God dang it!
All right, so they appear. At that second, touched by an angel, switches onto the telly.
Completely the wrong time of day, but okay. Perfect. So yes, so Jack, I need your assistance, and I'll just put my hand on your shoulder. And it doesn't matter what you're wearing; it's fine. So I do need to roll now. I need to roll plus weird, which is going to be fantastic because I have a -1. I do because it's -1. So
Jack's in like sweatpants and a vest.
I love it. That's an 11, fortunately. Sorry, no, that's that's not. It's a 6, so that's a 9 -1, so it's an 8. Let me just read the consequences for failing this move. You don't quite manage it. Either leave the passage blind or all appear in the wrong place. No, I'm going to spend luck. Even though I don't really need to. We've only got 2 sessions to go. I haven't spent any luck so far. So, yes, we'll spend luck and make that a full 10.
Okay. So you were teleporting him back to the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Marsh back at the fairgrounds. Yeah, there was a guy that got, there's 2 people bleeding basically. Are you doing anything or?
Let's see, and I've been left with woman, and I'm kind of corralling kid, and I'm like, I'm starting to direct traffic basically.
Okay.
I'm like, we need to get someone there to look into these folks. But what I'm trying to do is make sure the crowd is looking at people hurt as I take woman and child and try and fade back between the stalls and behind things and get away from the police. They never help.
Yeah, that sounds like manipulate someone.
Alrighty.
So roll plus charm.
I get to roll plus tough because I'm that way.
Okay.
So I'm seeming very authoritarian as I'm doing this. And let's see here. Woof. Thank goodness I got to roll by tough. That takes it to a 7.
Okay. All right, so there's another guy there, and he's like, "Oh well, yeah, I'll take care of these people. That lady, she's something wrong with her head. You make sure she's all right."
I've got it. I'm gonna get her to the authorities. Don't worry.
And there's people, going like this with their Blackberries and Ericssons and everything, and
damn phones.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're down with possession and we're down with the Red Court, but not Blackberries. Alrighty. So you go between the stalls, and the kid starts crying. He's hanging onto his mum's arms, like, "Mommy, come on, wake up, Mommy."
She's going to be all right, kid. Don't worry. We just need to find out what happened.
Have you got like an actual hat and boots and stuff?
I've got the cowboy hat and the long leather duster and cowboy boots and all.
Are you one of them line dancers, mister?
No, I'm not, kid.
My mommy
Yeah.
does it. She likes that.
Yeah, the dancing I do is usually a little more physical.
All right. You two appear.
Oh, God damn, Joan. You wouldn't let me get my coat.
Sorry, Jack. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, all right. So what happened?
This woman appears to be possessed. Can you assist?
I mean, I try and open my third eye and use my sight to look at her. Which the move is read a bad situation, but I would argue that you could use this for investigate a mystery as well, right? In fiction, it's up to you.
Yeah, in this case, I think investigate a mystery is more appropriate because she's not an active threat at this point.
Yeah. So I will roll.
So you're rolling plus weird for that, or?
No, it's still just sharp. I got an 11 on the dice anyway.
Okay. All right.
Cool. So I will ask. I get 2 that I can ask, and I will ask what kind of creature possessed this woman.
Yep, it was definitely a ghost. It was not a fae or a demon. It's definitely a dead person, and they died. It was a violent death.
Right, it was a violent death of someone here. Now, this might not be a question that can be answered, so I got another one to ask, but where did it go?
I'm just going to say west. Yeah, it went that way.
They went that way.
Yeah, there's kind of a spectral trail that's fading off that, slightly over that direction.
And that's the end of my hold, but I suppose, like looking at the woman, does my sight show like that she's still possessed, or is she free of the possession?
But there's been some trauma. She's probably going to have nightmares or shakes or something from this. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't believe there's anything, unless I try to. I suppose I could try and heal one harm, cure a disease, or neutralize a poison, right?
Well, that'll help her head. Because there's a rock word.
Yeah. Banish a spirit?
No, it's already gone. It's already gone.
Yeah. So. Well, I'll look at the woman and I'll turn to John and I'll say, well, I mean, she'll need a therapist or something, but not much I can do for her now. But whatever it was, it went that way.
Okay. Whatever it was.
Oh, shit. Graves, you're here. God damn, man. You stepped out of that crowd like... Marsh, sorry, I'm Graves. Yeah. God damn, Marsh. I thought you were dead.
They haven't gotten me yet.
No, good to hear. Right, now,
so, Joan, you figured we needed Gandalf here to help us out?
I really like that movie.
Well, Jack and I have encountered cases of possession in the past, and I thought the experience would be valuable.
Yeah, well, I can tell you it was someone who died real nasty somewhere around here.
Nearby? Interesting.
Well, that's usually the case with these things, but I mean, I don't think it's kind of gone far. Now, I'm assuming that all these people on their phones and such have probably rang for an ambulance. Maybe,
yeah, you'd hear an ambulance on the way.
yeah.
There'd probably be some, ambulance staff situated nearby, so they just have to run through the fairground and get there.
Yeah. I suggest we. What's it? What's that they say on that TV show? The chase is afoot.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, Marsh.
We'll lead on then, and you'll see I'm kind of like where kind of got a wincing at. I don't think there's any physical sign of the injury, but you could see me sort of wincing where I was hitting the chest.
You want me to look at that? You want me to look at that, or I can give it a shot?
Just, and I'll kind of pull aside my duster. She hit me with some sort of, I don't know, like ghost dagger. I don't see any wound, but it sure does hurt.
I can see one with the sight. Now, I could try and fix that for you, but I can't promise it'll go smoothly. Someone brought me here without my normal equipment.
Well, the point is it going to heal itself, or is there something special about it?
Yeah, is there something special about it?
Jack, if you're able to determine if there's anything wrong, let me know, and then I may be able to lay on hands.
It's not of its own accord. It's not an infection. It's kind of like there's a tube sticking out of him, and it's easier. So he's easier to get possessed now.
Right.
So they've unlocked his door to the spirit world, sort of thing. So.
Well, yeah.
Is it going to be a problem?
I don't know. Just be real careful and think happy thoughts.
All right. I'm sure I've worse.
Would I know if that can be healed by my lay on hands ability? So your touch can heal injury and disease. When you attempt to heal someone, roll plus cool. On a 10+, heal 2 harm or an illness, plus they're stabilized. On a 7 and 9, you can harm the illness or harm. No, you can heal a harm or illness as on a 10+, but take it on into yourself. On a miss,
yeah. In your case, I think it could be, yeah.
It could help. Okay.
Yep.
I'll attempt to do so then.
Go for it.
Since it's my fault that Jack is without his...
I mean, what's that look like? Do your hands glow? Do you sing? What?
Yeah.
Do the funky chicken dance? What's it?
So I'll put my hands up and literally, it'll look like a yellow fire just surrounds Joan completely, just for an instant, and it'll all move down into my hand towards the injury. Okay, so that's a 9.
All right.
Could I get some help? Maybe bump that up to a 10?
Yeah, I can give it a go, right? I can maybe tell you exactly where.
In this case, I kind of think he was helping by telling you about it in the first place. So yeah, that's fine. We can make that a 10 because narratively he was already doing that. So, yep.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So the lady wakes up and like, what happened? What happened? She sort of hugs her son. Who are you?
Jack just shivers and looks at the other two.
Ma'am, it's gonna be all right. You had something influence you. Something Made your mind not quite right.
Someone roofied me.
In a spiritual sort of way, I suppose so.
Oh, and she sort of checks her purse and everything. Oh, okay.
We got you off to the side, brought your boy over here, and now, do you remember anything at all about this?
The cotton candy was a rip-off? I never... These prices are terrible. Yeah.
It's bad for your teeth.
Yeah, that's right. You listen, and sort of points to her boy, you know, yeah, you listen, this man's right.
I'll look back up towards Jack and kind of give that eyebrow look of, is it okay for her to just go, or... I'll say, ma'am, you might want to take your boy and head on home. I think that you've had enough excitement for tonight, and I might would try and do it down without being seen. You may be getting a visit from the police, though, for too long. So,
why would they?
Well, you might have been acting a little odd, and you might have hurt somebody a little bit.
Oh, okay. She puts her sunglasses on. I'm going to go home.
All right.
Thank you. And she gives you a card and just says, yeah, thank you. Call me if you want to talk about it. She's a line dancing instructor.
Oh, as she walks off, I look at Jack and Joan, and I'm like, I have a feeling she's going to be arrested.
Well, they ain't gonna find any weapon, are they? And ain't no wounds on anyone.
That's true. True.
When she opened her purse to get her sunglasses out, there was no knives or spectral daggers or anything in there.
Huh.
I reckon they'll just chalk this up to, I don't know. People get
spooky
crazy
stuff.
at the fair, right? Yeah, spooky stuff. Now, speaking of spooky stuff, should we go and pursue some spooky stuff while I can still feel my fingers?
Perhaps, yes, apologies. Perhaps I should get back to your apartment and retrieve a couple of...
if that wouldn't be too much trouble, Joan. I mean, I wouldn't want to put y'all out.
And Joan just looks super uncomfortable and like... so I think Joan's just going to pop away and bring back the stuff rather than try and bring Jack with her twice.
As she disappears, he's going to go, oh, I left the oven. And you're gone.
I can never get used to her doing that.
Yeah, I can never get used to being dragged off like that either.
It looks really flashy too.
So she's gone to get you clothes? Is that it? Or?
Clothes and like anything else that he might need. And I'm sure I'm familiar with like what pouches and satchels, whatever, have his gear and stuff.
So she'll get my stuff from my jacket, which was my gear basically.
She'll just bring the whole jacket with you, with her, and just be like.
Yeah. I will say that like you've forgotten my sword, but I won't send you back for that because I'm warm now. Who cares?
So do I get the boots? Do I get the front fluffy bunny slippers?
Yeah. Man, I look down at my slippers and I send her back for my shoes.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, there is. Okay. Okay. So, Erez, Tyler, currently the group are at the fairground. We can say you're there because, either you're looking for work or it's your night off. You're a sociable person, so feel cool with that. Everything working? Can you hear us?
Can I suggest that Lem is maybe on one of the rides with a date? And again, spots us as we're, the commotion.
Just got in home. Can I get the links and stuff?
Yep.
Don't have any. What's that?
Spreadsheet, that one.
What's that?
Too many pages open.
Thank you, that's fine.
All right.
Where am I? There. So where are we? Did you say?
They're at a fairground in town. You can either have be on your night off, or you can be looking for work or something when you see them.
Probably there. We'll see how exactly.
Okay. All right. So, are you going over towards them, or are you saying anything, or?
So if I see them, I'll probably walk and be like, "It's you again."
Yeah, it's Joan and Jack are there, and another guy who I don't think you met before.
No.
Liam, it's always running into you. And Jack's kind of wearing his pajamas basically, because he was dragged out of his house by Jonah, and he's like getting dressed in a long coat. She just appears next to him, and as you come over, and he starts pulling on a long coat. And, things are going like, "Excuse me, Liam, I just have to get dressed quickly."
Ooh, sounds fun.
Yeah, I thought you liked the other way around more often, but anyway, there's been some sort of ghost attack, and this is Marsh.
Attack.
Yeah, this here is Marsh, and I point towards
Marsh.
the lean cowboy type.
Howdy, ma'am.
Standing with us. Yeah.
You want to describe yourself a bit there, Marsh?
Yeah, I say, ma'am, I don't know. I don't know what you look like exactly. I'm tall, thin, weather-beaten, cowboy hat, long leather duster, cowboy boots. If you're observant, you can notice a fairly significant something pretty heavy hanging inside that duster, like a weapon. I've got kind of I'm in my late 50s, maybe early 60s, somewhere like that, and kind of got that steely-eyed look of someone who's seen a lot of awful things. What do you look like?
Yeah. So, kind of androgynous. It's kind of feminine, kind of masculine. It's not really clear. You have very good looking. You have this sense around me that people do things with me. Everyone, all the time. Whoever I want, anyway. Very stylish clothing. Probably, you said I'm looking for work. I probably have a gown of some sort with like the big, how those things are called that are here, that are stretched up. Totally like
collar. Yep.
Yeah, called like big collars, like very fashionable currently. All colorful. I'm not sure if I have horns or not, but I think I should have a tail.
Oh my.
Well,
I don't know if he sees the tail though.
Yeah, it's probably when people can see magic or whatever, they can see your true form. The rest of the time, they wouldn't actually see it.
Basically,
yeah.
Regular people would say. Can he see
that? I cannot, but probably seeing you in a dress, I would do the "hello, ma'am" sort of thing. Then
they don't care, ma'am, sir. Whatever gets them laid. Yeah.
Okay.
So you said a ghost?
Yeah, so I'm told, and I mean, I arrived and saw a woman who was clearly been possessed by something, and looks like it's an angry spirit of some kind. Joan and Marsh here were the ones who were on the scene.
So what are you doing here?
Well, I'm here because she's here.
What are you doing here, Joan?
Joan's going to just look around and be like, huh? Oh, Lem's here. Okay. All that happened, in the usual way, I received a summons to this location. And lo and behold, Marsh was also present. And then all of a sudden, a woman, possessed clearly, starts throwing spectral objects at people in an attempt to flee a situation that she's not actually in danger of. So, yes, something's going on here. And we need to solve it.
So why are you here?
I don't know if I've ever explained the whole... And I think Joan's just going to turn on the angel wings for a second and like do the whole holy aura for a second. But I don't really get all the information. It's more just a direction, an order. Go here, solve the problem, because there's usually a problem.
You trust in a greater power.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, greater power is never well, my thing. But sure. So, sounds interesting. If you wouldn't mind, I would help if I could.
And I'll look back to Jack and Marsh and say, I have no issues with you coming along at all if you want to help.
Seems like your luck, Joan. It brings us all together every time.
Yeah, last time was very fun.
Yeah. Any help is nice to have. Better than being alone.
Yes, it's always better than being alone.
Well, should we, I think it went over this way.
Little way.
Should we poke our noses? Yeah? All right. And we, as a group, we gather our party and venture forth.
I was thinking you hop in the Scooby van, but yeah. Alrighty. So, I mean, it went sort of across the fairgrounds towards, there's several cemeteries in town, and it went to the sort of the closest one. Are you going to follow all the way there, or just sort of stop once you realize where it's going? Or
I think we'd go all the way there. No reason to stop, really.
all right, so it's about an hour walk from where you are. Where you were, I should say. Okay, and you're sort of walking down the streets, following the spectral trail occasionally with your third eye. Anyone talking about anything, or are you just sort of quietly on the trail? Or
I totally talk. So, Jack, what have you been up to since last time we met?
Well, you know me, real busy lifestyle. Seeing all the movers and shakers, and yeah, I mean, Joan just pulled me right out of a hard, real important council meeting, like big business,
I saw you wearing the exact clothes for every council meeting.
Yeah, well, it's like it's like a astral board meeting kind of thing. They only see your face. Anyways, yeah.
So you're one of those people that in an internet conversation would not have pants on.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I've never been able to get near the internet. It doesn't like me very much. It makes things a real pain. Yeah.
I should teach you one time.
okay, so you're walking past a building. There's two sort of bikers in leathers leaning against the front of the building. Looks Looks like someone's been taken out on a stretcher and they're all wrapped up in a blanket. Lem, do you know one of the bikers or the person on the gurney that's wrapped up?
Remind me, why are they strapped up there? Like,
they're dead.
I probably knew one of the dead people then.
Okay.
Why not?
Are they, a friend, sibling, customer?
Not a costumer. I don't sell myself. That's for fun. I do it for free.
So they're a friend.
A friend. Sure.
Right, so we'll say they were like a fitness instructor. Obviously,
Yes.
quite healthy, happy.
Yes.
The bikers just sort of sneer at the body, bit of a smirk on their face.
Oh, I knew him. Sad. What happened to them?
Are you asking the bikers or the coroner's sort of taking the body out?
I'm asking them, the group, if they know anything about what's going on, because I'm not clear about where we are yet.
Are you just walking through town between the fairgrounds and the cemetery? I don't know. Would any of you know a fitness instructor in town?
No, I mean, like, do you know what happened to these dead people? Especially him.
Yeah, okay.
We just got here. You were right with us.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, sad to see him go. He was special.
Well, maybe we should ask around and try and find out. Anyone want to go speak to the bystanders?
Think it has anything to do with what we're looking for? Or, I mean, looking at the bikers, I say, or you think it was just, well, biker types tend to get rambunctious.
I look at Joan and I go like, ain't no such thing as coincidence.
Indeed. There's no, I mean, the ghost thing happened. Does the chain of events make sense given the time that we've taken to walk here versus what happened at the fairgrounds?
No. No. Well, if you could just speak to the coroners and ask them about the body. It's only been half an hour since you're walking from the fairgrounds, so.
Right, so. So who here is...
Does someone want to just go talk to the coroner?
I think Joan. Yeah, I think Joan will go up to. If there's bystanders, I think I'll just go up to them and just sort of ask. Excuse me. Do you know what happened here?
Yeah, he just passed out.
I see.
It's weird. He's slightly desiccated, as if he's been drained. Like they just took all the blood out of him. It's weird. But yeah, the coroner will sort of look into it and try and see what's going on.
Fascinating. So I'll report back to the group. Or allow that information. I'm going to guess that is actually the end effect of this ghost possession.
And Jack will look over at Marsh and just raise an eyebrow at the description of something drained of blood.
Yeah. See if I can get a better look. I'm gonna see if I can move over towards where the coroner is loading him.
Yep.
Excuse me there.
Oh, no worries. And they sort of try to move and they drop the gurney slightly. Yeah, and there's you can sort of the blanket flaps open for a second. You can see a big bruise along the near the collarbone.
Can I?
But you don't think he's been dead for like less than a day?
Can I try and give him the look over there and see if it rings true for Red Court for me?
Sure. Yeah, investigate a mystery. That would be
Okay. I get a +1 for it being if it is Red Vampire or Red Court.
Yep.
And investigate, I roll sharp, which my sharp is not horrible. So let's see here. Oof. That's a 7.
Yep. So what happened here? What sort of creature is it? I guess you want to ask.
Yeah. Let's do what happened here.
What happened? Yeah, it's definitely vampire in this case. There are some fade that feed on blood, but not like this. It's usually obvious when they've done it.
And remind me, Red Court just feeding on someone is not going to create a Red Court vampire, right?
No.
Right. So I kind of, sorry about that, and kind of moved back to the group. I don't know if it had anything to do with our ghost, but it was definitely leeches. Fucking Red Court.
Do they usually kill their prey?
Oh, yeah.
Well, when
After
they do,
play with them for a while.
Waste.
well, yeah. Well, good thing is that when they do, it means that we can put them down.
True. That's right. Puts it back in your court, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, might not be connected, but I don't want any more bodies from one thing or another. Now, maybe we should go ask those biker gentlemen over there.
When you go to point to them, they're not there.
God dang it. Well,
Did the corpse look like they were dressed up in biker garb? Did they look like
No, he was a fitness instructor. He had sweatbands and singlet and yeah.
what building are we in front of? We're not in front. Are we in front of a bar or?
No, it's mostly sort of high rent apartments because you're in the city.
Right.
You're heading towards the cemetery, so yeah, sort of old but high rent apartments.
Yeah, old townhouses kind of style, like swanky ones. Yeah. What the hell was a pair of bikers doing here, anyways? Man,
Was it just a pair? I didn't catch that part. Okay.
Yeah, two.
Okay. Were there bikes nearby, or were they just dressed up like bikies?
You thought they just dressed up. You didn't see any bikes, but you didn't hear them move away or bikes right away either.
Indeed. And so we were actually on our way towards the cemetery, and we've seen this site along the way. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Right, sure. Well, do you want to investigate this, or?
I can tell you that if there's red corn around here, that I want to take a look into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I would suggest that, Lim, you know the victim, right?
I know this one.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
you know any of his friends, any of his anywhere he works, anything like that? Where he lives?
I know where he works.
Yeah, you may have been to the gym.
I met him at the gym. Yes. It's a good hunting ground. But yeah, I also know where he lives if that's what we need.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He's got plenty of friends that go to gyms or also fitness instructors. They're all part of that clique.
I assume he has friends in the gym where he works. Don't really get that close.
Well, until we know what we're dealing with, maybe we better cover more ground now. I'd say that Marsh, you and Lem maybe go find out what you can do about the victim. And me and Joan will go check out the graveyard. I mean, just a suggestion if y'all want to come to the graveyard, but I know you, Marsh. I know you want to strike while the body's warm.
Faster we find them, faster we keep them from killing more.
All right. Well, yeah. Lem, you got a cell phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
With
Joan,
internet.
Yeah, fancy. Joan, do you have one?
So Joan will like. Would Joan have a cell phone?
Maybe. It's a Nokia 510 or something. It's
yeah, something very basic that someone bought for her, and she just keeps like somewhere on her person. Has never had to use, never even charged, so it's still like on 10% battery. Yes, I think so.
Yeah, well, you keep that and stay away from me if any of the magic goes on. But Lem, ring Joan if you find out anything. Yeah.
Number? We change numbers, I assume?
So Joan and Lem are going to the graveyard?
No, Joan and me are going to the graveyard, and Marsh and Lem are going to the Trail of the Vampire.
I didn't even have to split the party. You did it yourselves. Sweet. Okay. I might grab some water. If people want to grab some water, have a toilet break or whatever, we'll say 5 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
Eris, it's lovely seeing you again.
Likewise.
Have you played together before?
Yeah, masks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tom, if I could ask, where are you located? I'm guessing, Blake, that you're in Australia. I think I've seen you on the ASPAC stuff before.
Yeah, I'm in Adelaide, Australia.
Ah.
Yep. Same.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm in the U.S., and if my horrible, horrible accent doesn't tell you, it's I'm in the South in America.
Although you did a good British accent the other day. I was watching, I think it's called The Between, Jason's playtest.
Ah, God, that's a good game. Man, that's a good game.
It's definitely got the Penny Dreadful vibe from it.
Mm-hmm. It's lovely. Was that where I was doing the Explorer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat class, cool game. Cool game.
Alrighty, we're all ready to roll. Looks of it. Okay, Joan and Jack, you are going to the graveyard. All right. You get to the graveyard. What are you doing?
I don't suppose he on high is telling you anything, Joan?
Nope.
I sometimes wonder if I put like a blindfold on you and I just pushed you out into things, would you like wander into the right place?
So Joan gives you a dirty look, like, don't you even dare. And my last instructions were the ones that I've told you, which is you have an important role to play in the events to come. I'm to keep you safe from harm.
And I feel real special about that, honestly.
Good.
Well, I suppose I'll take a look around. I suppose I'll investigate the cemetery for any spectral signs.
So is that investigate a mystery or?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like investigate a mystery. I'd be opening my third eye and looking around. If I open my third eye and
Actually,
you tell me basically, which would you prefer me to roll?
You can sense there's quite a lot of spirits active in the graveyard, like way more than normal. So this would actually be read a bad situation.
Cool. I've been wanting to roll that. That is a 9, I think. Yeah, that's a 9.
All right.
And I get +1 hold as well, so I get a total of 2 hold.
Yeah. You got the questions there, or you want me to read them out? Or?
No, I've got the questions.
Okay.
So, are there any dangers here that we haven't noticed?
Are there any dangers? Well, I mean, that you haven't noticed?
I mean, this would be me noticing them, I suppose, right? Would be me opening my third eye and noticing them.
Normally your third eye helps you see them better and see more of them and more accurately in that. But tonight, in this place, opening your third eye actually attracts them.
Yeah. You can see them, they can see you, right?
Yeah. They've just gone, Ugh!
I like that. Like a horde of spectral figures around me with like their backs turned, and then, suddenly they all just turn around like at the same time and stare at me.
Yep.
All right. Don't move, Joan. Just stay very still.
So Joan literally doesn't move at all. Yeah.
Right. Oof. Now, this one's a bit like a loose interpretation of it, but what would be our best way in? As in, like, what would be our best way, you know, towards an answer? But if that's not an applicable use of the question, then I will just move it to what's the biggest threat.
Best way in.
Like, what's the best way into mystery?
Yeah. Yeah, you need some way to make them either not see you or go away. You're not going to be able to follow the mystery without dealing with them all looking at you at this point.
All right, there's so many of them that like it's clouding my third eye, right? Like it's just too noisy with
yeah.
Just so much going on here. I can't, and it's all looking back at me. Now, metagamingly, I'm looking right at a move that Joan could do.
Yes, just banishment.
Yeah.
Or cast out evil. So I think
You shall not pass.
yeah, pretty much. So I think Joan's just going to sort of flare up the holy aura again and try and push out, like turn undead, basically.
That sounds excellent. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely not. Let's give it a go. So that's a 7 and 9. So if Will's helping, Will can roll plus cool to assist in some fashion. How would you be helping?
I'm going to spend a luck point to help.
Just to help? Okay.
Yeah, so that means, like...
so they're edging closer and you're like, sort of aim it at the ground to get rid of their tether to the graves and stuff.
No, she holds out her hand, right, and the ghost back away from it, and Jack grabs the wrist and starts pulling her around, like using it to like water up.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. Okay. So 10 plus banished. Either way, the banished creature is unharmed and have no control over where it goes. But it's banished.
Okay. All right, so they all start to flee, and we'll flip over to the other two. Marsha and Lem, what are you doing? Where are you going?
You're the hunter. Lead the way.
You used to dealing with these sort of things? They can be very dangerous.
More or less.
Well, stay close beside me, and I'll make sure you don't get hurt. I'm looking around, just kind of wandering through where those bikers were, and if I go ahead, and if I can, I'm not good at it, but I took the other weirdness. I figured magic is definitely not my thing, so I took hunches.
Yep.
Can I roll it?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I guess I'm leading us to his house or something while you're doing the hunting for vampires.
Well, you are near his house when his body's getting taken out, so we can say you're leading to his workplace.
Yeah.
If you're going to go somewhere else, or...
Well, he's looking for signs.
I will I think I'm going to use a luck on this because this seems like a good moment to try and get one, and I rolled horrible. So, so I'll take that up to a 12. And so with my hunches, that gives me. It is basically a GM get to do things. So the keeper will tell you where you should go, wherever that is. It will be important, and I get +1 ongoing following the lead.
Yep. About a block away, there's a new massage parlor being set up, and there's just something about the people there that you saw the other day didn't click until you saw the bikers tonight. So you can say you're heading over there.
Yeah. Lim, right?
Yes.
We checked this place out.
Ooh, a new massage place. Sounds wonderful.
Okay. A couple of guys out the front in sort of dark suits. Lem, how do you know they're not human?
Probably can see if they're not like. I don't sense human from them. I smell something else, basically.
You smell something. Okay. So.
Like I know when something is human and something is not. I might even know between some things, but I don't know how far.
Okay. Yep. So they're standing up front, sort of bouncers for this massage parlor. You know the massage parlor hasn't been in town long, like less than a month.
New place to try. Shall we go in?
Yeah. Be on your guard. Something's odd about this place.
Yeah, these three aren't human, but that's beside the point.
What? And I kind of hesitate. They're what?
I don't know what they are, but you know, weird things are afoot. But I don't think they're. Are they? Do they seem vampiric? Like, are they? I don't know how vampires would look, or if they'll be obvious.
They're good looking. They seem to be barely moving except watching you, and yeah, they smell different.
Vampires usually also like their skin is very.
That's
dead.
more white coat than red, but yeah. It's
Okay.
They haven't really done anything. They've just been standing there watching you. So it's. Hey, they could just be bodyguards.
Yeah, they look like bodyguards, just not human bodyguards.
We'll have to take care of this later.
Take care of what?
Never mind. Let's go on in.
Got something against all the humans?
Yeah, I got something against them.
I'll be insulted later then.
Some more than others.
I would hope so. I didn't do anything to you.
No, suppose you have. And I guess I'll open up the door for you.
Ah, such a gentleman. PvP time. Later.
Okay, go in there. And we'll go back to the graveyard. So there was, 50 sort of spirits and like sort of 5 on each side just sort of wander off in the cemetery. A good 30 of them just flee from the blinding light of wherever. One of them sort of whips around and is trying to get into Jack. Jack, what are you doing? It's like someone squeezing your brain without physically touching your head.
I hug Joan.
You what?
Hugs.
Oh.
Okay.
I assume
Like not hug as in like a bear hug. Yeah, that is what I said. But like so
Yeah.
I basically like and then just like push myself towards Joan, who shines like a blinding light in the third eye, right? So
yeah,
I must do. Yeah.
Like a 20-foot statue. All right. Then Joan's just hugging him.
Well, she's still vanishing, right?
I was still doing that, so I'll probably turn around and think, what's going on?
Just shove my forehead into your palm.
Youch.
Something, and then maybe that would be a separate banish roll, perhaps, to see whether or not she takes it out of me.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I realize what's going on here. Okay.
As this is happening, sort of sounds echoing around the area, which it wasn't before. It was sort of crystal clear.
Okay. See what happens here. Okay, so that's an 8. Oh no, sorry, that is a 10. Yes, that's a 10.
All right. So how do you prevent the spirit from getting into Jack?
So I would has the spirit sort of gone into
it's trying to get into his ear, basically.
Right. So I would put my hands either side of Jack's head, and just sort of flare up the aura again and just sort of press onto his head a bit, I guess. And then...
It's half expecting a headbutt, but yep, I'll go.
No.
I'm helping. All right. So the spirit, the pressure sort of goes off Jack's head, and you can see the spirit flee off. Okay.
Thanks, Joan. I mean, it's real weird, ain't it? Cemetery ain't normally like this. Something strange is going on.
At the second she touched your head, Jack had a flash of. Remember when you had the vision of when you're holding the shard in your hand, the shard was about this big.
Mm-hmm.
You had a flash of that, but it's sort of only like a third of the size, and it was sticking into a tombstone.
I think that rock that got poor Jeff last week. I think a bit of it might be here.
A piece of Never. Okay.
Yeah.
You think it's here, and well, that means we need to find it.
Yep.
Okay. So that would be causing all of this super extra activity in the cemetery. So how do we go about finding that?
Well,
you can keep using your third eye, but I'll give you a point of harm because it's just very stressful. You're getting overwhelmed with so much things, but you can keep doing it if you want.
I will take that point of harm.
Okay. So that way.
Okay, cool.
It's different to the sort of necromantic energy because it's got that fey vibe to it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I will lead Joan off in that direction, like wincing and holding my temples as we go.
So I think Joan will produce the flaming sword, just in case we get swamped and banishment doesn't work. Yeah.
So you head over there. They're keeping away from your flaming sword. They do seem to be trying to get towards Jack, but yeah, they're keeping away from your nasty, rather uncalled for flaming sword.
Uncalled for.
And you can see in the wizard's sight. Jane can see a tombstone. Jack can also see a tombstone. Nearly called you Harry then. Jesus. There's a bit of a shard sticking out of the tombstone, and the tombstone has Joan's name on it. We're going to flip over to the other two in the massage parlor. All right, what are you doing?
I'm not really sure what we're doing since I was led here. I mean, I'm happy to be here, but
All right, so the people there, like, would you like a massage or?
do you have a pamphlet?
Yeah, there's a pamphlet and a list of services. There's, sort of 10-minute massage or the full hour.
Yeah, I start reading, standing next to him and asking, so, what are
And
we
then
doing here except
at the bottom, it's got, additional services as requested.
Of course.
Mhm.
So yeah, I ask him, so what are we doing except for looking for my next massage?
Well, I'll go up to the person at the desk. There was just up the road here a man attacked.
The lady there, secretary, madam, whatever you want to call her, we'll say she looks like Catherine Zeta-Jones. Someone was attacked. Well, yeah, I guess call the police. I'm not sure what that's got to do with us.
Well, the police are already there. There were two unusual for the area people. I was wondering if maybe you happened to see them. Maybe they passed by your window or dropped in for a little relaxation, dressed in biker leathers.
We have quite a range of customers and clients that come in here. That's what they do outside of here isn't our concern. Why are you interested in any of our services, sir?
Does she smell human?
No.
She doesn't either.
She smells good, but not human.
Again, again, ma'am, I'm wondering if you happen to have seen them. It would be a, sort of benefit to the neighborhood if you could help me out. Being new here, I'm sure you'd like to help the neighborhood, right?
So you're doing a manipulate someone role?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
He's the one doing it.
All right. That's a 10. Let's see. I don't know if they're a normal person, but at least they're normal in comparison to another hunter. So they'll do it for the reason you gave them. But if I ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum or, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I suppose that it's conceivable she'll go, fuck you, and kill me.
Okay, so hang on. So what did you roll?
I rolled a 10. 8 plus 2, because I get to use my tough.
Well, it's only like 8 at night. She's like, no, we did have some bikers come in earlier, but I think they're not going to come back till later tonight. They're, night creatures. They stay up late, she says with a smile.
I'll give a tight little smile back. Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm sure that the neighborhood will appreciate your assistance. And
Everyone in their customers.
I'll move back over towards. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there's some others there. Yuppie, mid-20s couple in sort of office gear. So he came here after work.
I'll move back to Liam and I'll tell you, what she said. I think we might find the people we're looking for later. Care to partake of their services here?
So they walk at night? Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, except for, the murder stuff. But yes, wonderful.
Yeah, except for the murder stuff.
Yeah, murder is never good. It takes away the fun.
As you can see, I'm a little conflicted with that answer, but
But you want me to be clear? You can't have sex with dead people unless they're zombies.
no, you can't. No, that's bad. You're right.
Yeah, living people, they're usually warmer.
Yes. Well,
perhaps. The secretary later, would either of you like our services, or perhaps you'd like to come back later?
Oh, I will certainly come back later.
Yeah, later. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. All right. You head off. Are you going anywhere after that, or going home, get something to eat? Do you want to catch up with the others?
Shall we see how our friends are handling things?
Yeah, we could tell them that later on today. Stop! That later today we could come back here and maybe find our culprits.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, as we start, I guess, walking towards the graveyard, if you don't mind me asking, Lem, you seem to, well, be unusual. Things you're saying. Do you mind if I ask what, you're not human, are you?
What gave you the first hint other than me saying I'm inhuman?
That was a beginning clue.
Yes.
What are you?
Not sure there's a word for it. I just like to have fun.
Well, I suppose that I can't have any problems with that.
Okay, we'll flip over to the other two. All right, Joan, the tombstone has your name on it, but it's only recently been made and put there, like within the last week or two.
Okay. And this, the shard of the Never Never is sort of just inside it?
It's smaller than the previous piece, yeah.
Okay.
And it's just sort of sticking in the top.
Does it look like it was like put in there, or did it look like is it just like does the rock continue off from the piece of the shard itself, or is it more like deliberately put there?
No, it doesn't look deliberately put there. It looks like it's just sort of landed in it.
Okay. Interesting. So I think what I'm going to do, I think Joan sort of takes offense to the fact that this thing exists.
Fair enough.
This? I think what Joan's going to do is Joan's going to take her flaming sword and just try and just sort of push it down into the ground and just sort of see if there's anything buried underneath here that isn't supposed to be.
No, it's empty.
It's empty? Okay. So sword just doesn't do anything. As in, like, there's nothing underneath it, or like there's a coffin, or like an empty coffin or something under there?
No, I'm going to say there is a coffin with someone in it.
Oh, I see.
But it's been blessed with unholy water. And you feel the energy come up your sword. What are you doing?
So I'm going to do again, cast out evil, and do another big pulse of the aura. It's versatile.
Alrighty, roll away.
Yeah, that's an 11. No problem.
All right, so you channel the energy back down the sword and
Yes.
cleanses the coffin of the unholy blessing. All right, and the tombstone starts to crumble.
Okay, and then the rock, the shard, just falls to the
Starts to fall to the ground. Jack,
Okay.
you want to try and grab it?
I think Jack stops himself from grabbing it after remembering what happened last time. Nope. Yeah.
So I think, seeing that, Joan is going to try and grab it herself.
Okay.
Nothing happens?
No, nothing happens. It's buzzing. It feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make an effort to hold it because it's sort of vibrating so much. It's trying to fall out of your hand. But
I see. Interesting. Okay, well, this might explain this. Has the graveyard settled down at all?
no.
No?
Oh, a little bit in your immediate vicinity it will have, yeah.
Are there any... Jack, can you see if there are any other sources of energy that might be disturbing the graveyard? This doesn't seem to solve the problem. Although maybe we just need to get this somewhere safe. Away from here.
Why don't you take that back to my place, and it should be safe there.
Is it going to be the safest place for this one? Is there no official containment facility in Denver that we would have?
Okay, we just got green boxes and vaults just set up all around the place. No, man. I mean, I'm like the only white council member here. It's not exactly a hotspot of mystical activity, Denver. At least not till this thing showed up.
All right. Do you need me to come with you? Do you want to come with me, or should I just go?
You make yourself at home as you usually do, and I will. Don't be long though.
Okay.
He looks a bit worried as he looks around. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to stay in the graveyard, or are you going to make your way out, Jack? Or
I think we might walk. Sorry, you go on.
I'm just going to take a quick look around while. But you describe what you do.
Well, I was going to suggest that maybe we walk you outside the graveyard so that it's not you're not surrounded by potential possessing spirits.
Oh, isn't it more interesting though if you pop out and I suddenly look around and you see what happens? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Joe's going to flash out. Yeah. Flash of firing wings.
Yeah. And then Jack will cast a look around to see if he can see any more leads towards the malicious ghosts. Particularly the person who
effectively you stood up and gone, "Come at me, bro."
Hey, like the thing with RPGs, right, is that all player characters have seen horror movies.
Yep.
Whereas I'm firmly in favor of us splitting up and doing the dumb thing.
Alrighty. All right. So Joan, you go to Jack's apartment.
Yes, so I go to Jack's apartment and I'll try and sort of.
We can say he's got like a lead box or something you can put stuff in.
Yeah. Okay, that's ideal because I would want to secure this in some way, and if not, then I would try and use magic to try and do like a magic circle of some sort just to contain it for a brief period of time. But if there's a lead box, easy done. Pop it in, drop the thing. And I guess
gonna raid the fridge, turn all the electronics on, and then just leave, or
I will check the stove, make sure that that's not turned on.
Okay.
Because
the oven is turned on, and whatever was in there is charcoal at this point.
Yeah, because it's been over an hour. Well, about 2 hours now. So
yeah,
Jack is notorious for leaving that on. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like someone grabbed me from my apartment in the middle of the night. Like, who would have thought that?
I'm going to check the phone as well and just see if there's any messages.
That thing never works.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Hang on, but you're a lady visiting a bachelor. Aren't you supposed to put cushions and curtains everywhere and time?
No. Okay.
Just floral curtains, floral cushions, like everywhere.
If my phone doesn't have any messages on it, then I'm going to port back to Jack.
Okay. Yeah, the spirits are sort of moving around Jack. They're a bit wary because they know what happened last time. We'll say all of you can hear the sound of traffic. There appears to be a lot of beeping horns, people shouting and stuff. Some sort of traffic jam sort of near the cemetery. There's lots of cars not moving, lots of people yelling.
People yelling. Interesting.
Shall we go see what's the commotion?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure. Lead the way, gentlemen.
I lead the way.
No worries. There's it looks like there's someone's opened a main sewer grate or something, and just thousands of bats are flying out, going up into the sky. It sort of stopped traffic because there's so many of them people can't see, and traffic's backed up for sort of a mile in each direction.
And we're all back together now.
Yeah, well, you can sort of see each other through the confusion.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what's going on here? Bats. Bats usually is vampire stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Hell, the Red Court's just practically nasty old bats in body bags. Anyway. Huh. Does it ring a bell to me of, this would be them setting up for something? I don't think they don't transform into bats, but
Not as far as you know, no.
No. This could be some sort of cover they're using. They could be planning something big tonight.
Could go back to the massage place, maybe. This is a diversion.
Yeah. We should get the others. Let's, they're over there.
Yeah, they're
Let's go
across the
check.
street. There's just lots of parked cars and bats going everywhere in between.
Yeah. I'll text Joan.
I think I see them. Joan, is that Marsh over there?
I think that is, and that is the unmistakable profile of Lemon. So yes.
The clothes. Oh, I probably changed my clothes. I have a nightgown with a choker and fancy hair.
Okay, nice.
Quick costume change on the way.
It's one of my powers.
That's awesome. Cher has that power.
Sherry's a demon.
Nah.
That's how she never ages.
You're assuming demons are evil when you say nah.
Alrighty.
But yeah, we'll get back to them, and I'll let them know what we found. It's a nest of the damn things.
Well, Lem, if you want to head on home, I think at least Marsh and me have some business to attend to in a place that's going to get a little bit dirty.
I love dirt.
I know you do. That's what I was hoping you would say. Joan, I'm assuming your mission will mean that you're going to tag along as long as I go down there?
I am afraid so. Yes.
Hey, Lem, when you did your costume change, you could have got some weapons because you knew Marsh was intending to come back.
I always have some gun on me. I have a magnum.
Yeah, Lem always carries a huge magnum somewhere about his or her person.
Yeah,
Got a hair in a beehive and just sort of pulls it out.
because my natural attack sucks. So it's a weapon.
I would have run by my truck to pick up my big axe.
You have a big axe?
I have a big axe.
So I thought you were talking about a guitar for a second.
It's good for cutting up vamp bellies.
I just have to make the joke. Are you compensating for something? I just have to do these jokes I'll try to do every session some joke like that.
And I think you say that, and I think what Marsh says is, yeah, compensating for the loss of my family. And put the ice on the hole.
Would probably shut me up.
Alrighty. On the way, there's an ad on a billboard for season 2 of How I Met Your Mother. Okay. Are you guys going to say what happened to the graveyard? Fill them in or not? Or?
Yeah. What y'all find?
We exchange exposition.
Really? Sounds fun. Or not. I'm not really sure what you mean.
Is the possession gonna stop?
I don't know. I mean, it can only be good that we got hold of this chunk of weirdness, but
the chunk you got is only a third of the size of the previous one.
yeah, it looks like 2/3 of weirdness is still out there somewhere, and that's not good, right? But anyway, you know, what's that thing they say, like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush? We just got to find the other two now.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
So, yeah, it's back in my place. Should be safe there. Pretty heavily warded. I mean, it's as safe as anywhere in the city, I'd say.
Oh, you found the thing again? It's from home?
Yeah. I'm not planning on touching it. I think I'll leave it to Joan, but I don't know what we'll do with it.
Time.
Yeah.
Joan, you touched it and nothing happened?
No.
No, you didn't touch it or nothing happened?
That one. The latter.
Oh. Curious.
Yes. I mean, not that curious.
Curious.
She's lucky. She's lucky, like I say. Joan's lucky. Now.
I'm not sure it has anything to do with luck, but
No,
curious.
neither do I. Yeah.
I mean, what is luck but the universe moving itself around you to make sure that you're always in the right place and the right things happen at the right time? Sounds like luck to me.
I'm not sure luck runs out. This in here it doesn't. At least it doesn't seem to.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're headed back to the massage parlor,
Mm-hmm.
or not? None of
Well,
you
I
have
was
eaten
wondering-
tonight. Is anyone sort of going to grab some feed first, or?
I don't think Joan needs to eat, to be honest.
Definitely.
yeah. Jack will grab something from a food stall on the way past, and like.
Yeah, I imagine I'll grab something from a taco truck myself.
Yep. Yeah, really good. Tacos, burritos.
Yep. Don't want to die on an empty stomach, right, Marsh?
Might as well get a full belly.
And your dirty food.
I would offer you a bite, Lem, but I don't think I fancy being the snack.
I don't eat. Never mind. I eat food. It's tasty when it's fancier than that.
Yeah, when it's eating off the flesh of a young participant, I'm sure.
Oh my.
Jeez.
No, let's not have this again.
Okay, so you have a feed. Crazy idea. Is anyone discussing a plan of action or anything? Or
They've got bodyguards out front. Or
Yeah, they're
guards
not
out
human.
front.
They're not human. Any
I
idea
don't know
what
what
they
they
are?
are.
All
No.
Well,
They're almost certainly red court.
you reckon?
Seems likely.
Right, well, now, Lem, Joan, main thing to do is go for the belly. They don't like that. Fire, anything like that, that's all good. Flaming sword, that's probably going to do real nice.
Yeah. The belly won't kill them, but it'll weaken them. Their blood will all spill out. They need that to live. Cutting off their head works good too. Of course, it works good on not everybody.
Most people, yeah, I would assume. Do they have life to drain?
Only what they've stolen.
Sounds unappetizing.
Now, Jack, I want to get you into particular trouble. There's two we saw probably were the ones who killed that nice friend of Lem's there. If you go after them, I suppose you're in legalized shape, right? But how can you deal with the rest of them? That going to cause you troubles?
I can defend myself in the course of my duties. And I can defend you as well.
Red Court not known for their impulse control. Generally speaking, they have rather short tempers. Probably decide to attack us right off. They get half a chance.
Well, should be better about cleaning up their plates. They wanted to all play nice.
Agreed. I can't say for certain who there will be. Well, a vamp who's not. I'll need you, looking at Joan, to tell me. I don't want to hurt somebody innocent. They don't deserve that. Can you tell which is which?
Yeah, I don't know, Blake. Can I?
Do you have any moves?
Well, it could be one thing beyond human capability for the use magic move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could try to use magic.
I mean, I can try.
Yeah.
There isn't a. I don't.
His wizard's eye will definitely can. You can try and just try and sense it, see if there's any, divine spark of humanity in them or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's because of the nature of humanity, that's why it's a bit cloudy.
Exactly, and because of where we are and like what's been happening lately, it's a bit more likely that we're like it's harder for me to tell, basically. Let's just see.
Lem can just smell them.
Yeah. Just trying to look up here. Use magic. Yeah, so I'm not very good at using magic, but I'm more than willing to try.
I might be better.
What's that, Liam?
I can put something on you that might help. It might not be very good for you, though.
Huh. What sort of something?
You would see things. You would see more than you would want. It might hurt you a bit.
Or you could just tell him. You could just say that one.
I could just tell him, yeah. I could just point at them if you're very good at kicking their asses.
When you say though, it might hurt me. I've taken pain. If that's something you can do, then that might help.
I don't know if it will be pain or something else. I just don't know what it will do to you. I can do things. I mean, I'm not the human, as you said yourself. but I think it's better that they just point at them than, with
All right.
curses on you and stuff like that.
Oh. No, I'd rather you didn't curse me there, Liam. Thank you.
Exactly.
Well,
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry too much. Once the shit hits the fan, then I don't think we'll have much trouble.
Yeah, we'll easily know too. Those that run away are probably not vampires. At least at first.
So what we know about the place is we got at least 3 probably vamps, or at least Renfields outside the door, right? So that's either going to be full-on red coat vampires or people who they have changed so much that they're not even human anymore. And we don't know. Yeah, one inside, probably a red coat vampire. So we're looking at 4.
Yeah.
Plus the 2 we're looking for in particular.
Yeah. So that is 6. 6 vampires.
We are assuming they are all in on the murdering people and leaving them in the street. They might not be all for that.
And Jack looks over at Marsh and he's just like, I'm going to level with you, Lamb. I don't really need much of an excuse to go after the court. They are not. Let's just say they are uneasy neighbors to have.
I know. But, if we can even the odds a bit by striking a deal of some sort with some of them.
Yeah. Well, if they listen to reason, it'll be the first time. But
we'll do our best.
Yeah. As you're approaching the place, you can see the dudes in the nice suits out the front. But down an alley, you can see 2 of the bikers. Sorry, there are 3 dressed as sort of more in the biker gear. One of them Marsh has seen before. Where have you seen this biker vamp before, Marsh?
I think this is. I think during an encounter I had with them in the past, I managed to track down 2 that had been preying on a neighborhood outside Denver, and I got those 2. But this guy was watching, and before I could get over to him, he hopped on his bike and had taken off.
Yep. Well, he's there with 2 others, just as bikers down the alley. He does a wolf whistle at you.
Well, folks, why don't we go over there and I'll just have a little word with this one. I say as I sort of loosened my axe on my back.
All right.
He looks good enough to. Don't mind.
All right, so you 3 are going to Pizza Hut while he just goes down the alley on his own, or?
No, I'll join him.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to back you up.
Yeah.
Of course.
Good team. All right. So I head down the alley with you. There's 3 of them there. They're all sort of tall, fairly muscular, tanned. And biker leathers. They're sort of looking at you with a bit of a sneer expression.
Yeah. We're here looking for a couple of guys. Left a mess up the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a bad part of town.
Someone's broke the rules, boys.
Oh. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
That's a nice dress you got there, Wizard. You sure you might want to head back to JCPenney?
Now, if only I could afford to shop at JCPenney. But I got messes to clean up. Now, it can get a whole lot messier, or you can do your civic duty to the great territory of Colorado and the city of Denver, and to your court and to the accords. Or you can go a whole different way.
I feel like the national anthem was started playing in the background while you were saying.
Yeah. And I have a move called Arcane Reputation, which is organizations and groups respect power. I get +1 forward when I manipulate them, and I may manipulate affected monsters as well. And I chose Red Court as my final choice for that.
Yep. All right. So you can go manipulate someone, and you can, yeah. That'll work on these, if presuming you roll well, of course.
Well, I roll badly, but I will spend a point of luck.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm asking them is to point us towards those bikers, basically, and to give them up. And I'm the reason that I'm giving them is that I'm threatening them with the power of the White Council, basically. Like, do they want to be responsible for starting a war right now over this?
The two of them just sort of, we don't care about the White Council. One of them sort of looks at the other two and wanders into the building. You hear the door shut and then lock.
Well, that helps.
The other two sort of look sort of annoyed and then go to leap at you. Marsh, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm smiling at that. Thank goodness. I think that there's kind of like me reaching back for my axe with my right hand, but from my left hand is where my shotgun comes up and is going to blast when I'm right in the gut.
Oh, good stuff. All right, kick some ass.
All righty.
Roll plus tough.
Come on, dice, be kind to me.
2.
Oh, it was 13.
13. Oh, nice one. Blam. All right. You were shooting him in the guts, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So shoots one in the guts. Not dead, but hurt. Sort of blows him backwards. Lem, what are you doing?
Not big on the fighting part, but if they're attacking,
they would have been lunging for you and Marsh and Jack. So you can stand back and just sort of watch the alley if you want. If you don't want to specifically jump in, it's up to you.
No, I'll take a step back and be like, I think they're quite overpowered right now. I mean, the vampires, not us. Just to be clear. I'll take out my gun and
just in case.
aim, but for now I'm not doing more than that.
The other one's leaping for Jack. What are you doing, Jack?
Jack will cast a wall of force in front of himself, which is combat magic. Roll plus weird. That is a 9, which is a 2-harm magic barrier with also gives me 1 point of armor on top of that, I believe.
Yeah.
1 armor. So I get so they do 2 on a 9 on it's basically kick some ass with plus weird, basically. So
okay.
So we inflict harm upon...
So it's not use magic, it's just kick some ass. Oh.
Yeah. So we do inflict harm on each other, but I get the 2 points of armor with my magic coat and the thing. And it's a barrier, so they're kind of like... They can't, like... maybe they hurt me, but it pushes them back.
He's, trying to bite you, and he's not able to, but he's gripping on so well. It's bruising and sort of Yeah, quite deep. All right. Joan, what are you up to?
Well, I am going to literally sprint forward and just start tearing into these people.
What, Jack?
No, into the vampires.
Oh, that's a bit nasty.
Come on. Nope. It's cutting people up time. So, boom. Whoa, that is 13. Yeah.
Bloody hell. You're rolling better this session.
Yep.
All right. So what are you doing with him?
So yeah, flaming sword out, and I'm just going to maybe use angel wings very briefly just to jump forward and surprise them with a swash through the abdomen.
You just did the Picard maneuver on a vampire. Oh, jeez. Alrighty. Yep, so that one's down. The other one that was shot, get back up. He's obviously slowed down. He's running. Yeah, he's angry at Joan. He's going to run at Joan. He's going to go, and his fangs are out, and he's moving really quickly.
I think that's going to be another.
I'll give Marsh a chance to respond.
Yeah.
All right. As he's kind of leaping up, I think that's when I've gotten my axe free. So I'm going to try and catch him coming across and just take the head off if I can with that axe.
Yep. Okay. He's reaching for Joan, so hopefully you don't fail too badly.
Yeah. Watch your wig. Let's see here. Okay. Ugh. That's a 7. Oh, 8, because this, I'm guessing Red Court Vampire. So that's an 8.
Yep.
So that's kick some ass. So we inflict harm on each other. My weapon is this big axe is a 3. It's messy and heavy. Probably took it back down to a 7, honestly. I think a heavy makes me -1. But yeah, so we'll trade damage and
Yep. All right, so he sort of goes to claw you, probably rakes your hand with his claws for like 1 point. Yeah. Joan, this guy was leaping at you. You got sort of axed in the back. He's sort of on you at this point, but yeah, he's kind of momentum's been taken out of him. What are you doing?
I guess I'm trying to. I'll try and blast him again with combat magic. And I will use the blast form this time, which is going to be 2 harm, magic, close, obvious, loud, forceful. So it should send him flying straight back across the alleyway.
Okay.
That is a 9. So we inflict harm upon each other.
Yep.
But with a forceful tag, I guess that means that you will still get blown away from me.
Maybe it's just inertia. You get blown backwards and he gets blown into the alley as well.
Cool.
All right. So, yeah, he's about to grab onto Joan. He gets blown back. Joan, what are you doing?
So if he's still up, then I am going to walk over to him and just sort of finish him off, put my sword through his chest.
Okay. Lem, you were doing read a bad situation, I believe.
Yeah, might as well look around, see that there's nothing worse.
Yep. Roll plus sharp.
Yeah, just a straight roll. I want to fail. Ugh, that's not a fail. That's a 10. I'm just too perfect. What's the best way out?
Down that sort of side lane there. It's only sort of 3 foot across, but you can just sort of shuffle down there and Yeah.
Any dangers we ever noticed?
It's nope.
Mm-hmm. I don't think any of the other questions that important, but what's the best way to protect the victims? I guess it's to kill these vampires. But,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, it was kind of obvious. I just stay back, watch the men fight.
Okay.
And woman.
Yeah, I mean, were there any threats you would have been the first to know because you were quite alert and paying attention to that? But yeah, it was obvious these two vamps were thrown to the wolves and the doors locked.
And I put the gun back in. I don't think any.
Okay. Joan runs the axe and shot vampire through. All right. That's 2-0, Marsh. Alrighty. Yeah, but there was a shotgun blast, so the cops are going to come at some point. You've probably got, 5 minutes roughly. What are you all doing?
Jack, we need to get in there, don't we?
Yeah, let's go.
You don't have to go in there now. You guys go in another time. It's up to you.
No. Time to go now. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4.
You taking the door, or you want me to take it?
And I will blast open the door with my combat magic. Do I need to roll for that? Or?
No, I won't get you to roll so you can do that.
Yeah,
I clap from the side.
So, with you, is it like fire or lightning, or what's it look like?
It's just pure force, like white light and energy, kind of like Gandalfy.
Okay, so you smack the door in. Who's going in first?
I think
Joan.
I'll head in first. Oh, Joan, you jump in front? You can jump in front of me.
No, Joan. Sorry.
Yeah. I really like to think that Jack blasts the door open and Marsh readies himself with the axe, but then just a blur whips past you and Joan,
I'm all
fiery
for that.
sword.
Yeah, that's it.
Joan has magic wings.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So you just see this white blur, hot burning fire of a person just walking in there with a burning sword. Yeah. All right. Charging in.
Okay, you can hear people screaming and running throughout the building. The Madam Catho Jones type vamp sort of leaps over a desk, comes snarling towards you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. I think what I might do here is I might just banish this one. I might just just put my hand out and boom, try and do exactly. Be gone, demon. Aha.
All right, roll.
However, I only roll. Well, no, what's this? Oh no, it's plus stuff, so it's 7. So on a 7, it takes a little while for the banishing to take effect. And it has time to make 1 or 2 actions still.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, so she leaps on you, plants her feet, and throws you into the others. Who was? No, Jack was at the back. Marsh, you can jump out of the way or try and catch Joan.
I think I'm gonna try and catch.
Oh, okay. You can catch if you want.
Yeah, I mean you're my friend and teacher. I'm definitely gonna try and catch you. I don't want you smashing against the door.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll try and catch you. And would that be protect someone?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to use my move to roll a 10 to get a 10 on it automatically.
Okay.
But I cannot take less harm myself. So I will let's see. I get to choose an extra. Protect them, okay, but you'll suffer some or all the harm they have. So I'll take. They focus on me.
Okay. So yeah, instead of the three of you taking a point of damage each from the sheer sort of force of it, you roll with her.
And I take the point of damage.
Yep.
Okay.
But now the vampire's focused on you, going by the move. Yep. Liam, are you doing anything, or are you still outside guarding the door, or?
I think going to, how was it called? Enchant that axe.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like fun with demonic energies and stuff. Like
I'll
I
take
kind
any
of
help
put,
I can get.
like I put my hand on the axe, like really quickly, just give it a touch, and probably set on hellish fire. Hopefully, that was weird, right?
No, that's fine. Yeah, smells like lavender, but it's got this sort of weird eldritch fire around it.
That's lots. 9 plus 3 is 12. Yeah, so 12. Enchant weapon gets +1 harm and plus magic, whatever that is.
All right.
Just like boop, whoosh, hellfire burns.
All right. Right. So the Catherine Zeta-Jones lookalike vampire grabs Marsh, and she's about to bend over backwards to give you a suplex into the ground. Jack, what are you doing?
I think as before she can grab hold of him, Jack will leap forward and try and cast a barrier in between her and
Okay.
Marsh, which again is now that's a 12. And I will use my added effect to force them where I want them. So basically, like, so if she tries to cross through the barrier, it does. The way it works is it does harm to her.
Yep. She goes backwards. So
yeah, I think what it is like she just gets like held by the barrier, so that it's like for a moment, you know, like she slams against it, and like the flash of light like hurts her for 2 harm. And it absorbs 2 points of damage as well. But like she's frozen in the barrier, so it like gives Marsh a second to like gather himself, and you know, like Jones for the next move, basically, like she is open wide to the next attack. So
okay.
like where I want her is to be just like caught mid movement, you know, like unexpected sort of freeze. So I guess like a +1 to somebody's roll or something.
All right. So you know she's chucked back, and she sort of looks at Joan worryingly with a big sword. But Marsh, you've got the big axe. What are you doing?
I think with this big flaming axe and her kind of stunned, I'm definitely trying to take her head off. So I'll roll away for that. And I'm getting a +1 from you, Will. Is that right?
If Blake,
Yeah,
like, you know, yeah.
All right. 11, 12, 13.
All right.
So, and I think I'll go ahead and do great harm. So that'll take it up to 5 points or 5 harm.
Yeah, just cut her in half. Yeah,
I took in your +1.
Yep. Damn. Yeah, just cut her in half. Joan notices in the fish tank behind the desk, there's one of the never shards sitting in the bottom of the fish tank.
Just in the fish tank.
Yep.
That's so unusual.
Well, speaking of unusual, the fish, some of them have got 2 tails, some of them have got tentacles. They don't look like regular fish.
Okay. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Well, I think what Joan's going to do is, yeah, I think she's going to just put her hand in there and yank it out. How big is this fish tank? Is it like the whole thing, or is it like?
It's probably a meter by 2 meters, so it's a decent size. But
Yeah, so I think she's going to put her hand in there and yank it out.
roll plus weird.
Plus weird. That would have been fine if it wasn't -1. So, I mean, no, it's still an 8. So let's just keep that.
All right. Yeah, sort of. You get a vision of yourself fighting off demons and werewolves and vampires, and you feel great. You feel powerful. But in this vision, and when the vision stops afterwards, you can see ghosts in the area. You can sense ghosts are now coming towards you.
Oh, really? Like they're in the building?
Yeah, well, they're on the way.
I see. Well, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show Jack the rock, and I'll just say, I'm just going to deposit this. I'll be right back. Then I'll use Angel Wings again.
I'd say you could give her a key to the house, but she doesn't really need one.
So, bam, and then bam again.
Okay, so while she's gone, what are the other 3 doing?
What is there left to do? Is there someone to fight?
Well, it looks like everyone else has ran out of the building. You can hear them all run out the front way.
I would start sweeping the rooms because the Red Court likes to keep thralls and people against their will, right? Like doped up on saliva and things. Might be more of them hiding out, like it's kicking indoors and like staff at the ready, basically.
Okay, that's fine. There's no vampires. They've buggered off. You do find 2 victims. They're not chained up. They're off their face upstairs. And Marsh knows that they're addicted. They're going to need to go through rehab or something similar.
They'll need help.
Jack will look over at Lem and say, now, Lem, I think your particular talents might be useful here. You work your charms and get these guys to follow us out the front door and out the back door. We'll get them to a hospital.
Sure will.
Because Lem's got a move which lets her use plus weird for manipulate someone.
Oh, I can manipulate plus weird, and I can also control other people's minds, basically.
Well, they're a bit out of it, so you won't need to control them. You can,
Yeah, I don't think I have any powers right now. I can just like follow me, guys, and they're following.
And they're used to, beautiful people giving them commands because they're off their face. That they're susceptible to it. That's how the narcotic works. So, yep. Like,
so,
okay.
Check. Is this over?
I mean, looks like we better get out of here.
What's with all the sharks?
Once you did it.
Yeah, and I will look over at the fish tank full of weird things and look around for is there a big TV or anything in the room that's still working? Anything big and powered electronically, basically?
Yeah, there'd be a big plasma screen on the wall. You can feel the heat coming off it.
Yep. Marsh, just give me a hand with this, and we'll tip it into the fish tank. And then, like,
oh, poor little fishes. I can surely do it. They look disgusting.
Okay. All right, so you clear the building. There's just there are 2 captives upstairs. Joan gets back.
How many shards are there up until now?
This was, roughly speaking...
this one was bigger, so you think that's all of it. If you put it with the other one, you can put it back together if you like. Hand it around.
Maybe not.
What are all these shards? What pieces of home are doing here?
I thought I disposed of this thing last time, but I think perhaps it needs something a bit more practiced, a bit more deliberate to return it back to where it came from. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Well, I will have to look.
Now, are you staying in the massage parlor, or are you going to go somewhere
I think
else?
I'm trying to
Yeah.
hustle folks towards the pickup truck and
Yeah,
Please
I
get-
figured we were already leaving. Like, yeah.
Pickup truck.
Yeah. Let's go.
yeah, it's all beat up. Yeah.
All right. So you get in the pickup truck. Where are you going to?
Where to, Jack?
Maybe Jack's home.
I say we dump these guys out of the hospital.
All right. Oh.
And then to Jack's home.
And then, yeah, I guess back to mine. Lem, you've never been there, have you? Damn.
I was never invited.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drop them off at the hospital. That's fine. I can say they've met Joan before. She's helped mortals before. They nod at you and yep. All right.
But is it a Catholic hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's no problem.
All right. And then you go back to Jack's place in the pickup truck, I'm guessing.
What were you saying that these things are you're collecting, Joe?
It's not that we're collecting them; it's that we're finding them. They were parts of a fragment, a shard of the Never itself. That's somehow made its way into Denver.
So where all the magic comes from?
Yeah.
Marsh.
Oh.
Where all the weird things come from.
Yeah.
It's home. It's home. It's called home. Well, I call it home. Yeah.
I see.
Who could tear a part of the Never and bring it here? I remember there was a wizard. Was he the one who did it, or is it just using one?
He was dead.
Yeah.
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 Did he find a shard, or did he create a shard?
Jack knows he was doing some enchanting, and he borrowed sort of energy from the Never and screwed it up and turned his enchanted item into a chunk of the Never. Whether Jack explained that to the others is up to him.
Yeah, he did too. Lam probably was too busy admiring Jack's chiseled features.
Probably. It's highly likely.
Now, how we get rid of it is, I'm not sure. But
Can't you just send it back to where it comes from?
it's not even supposed to be here. I mean, thing is, I can't carry it. I don't think any of us really should. But
you can keep it in the lead box for now and try and figure out a ritual or something later.
Yeah. One thing that's bothering me though is ain't no shard of the Never that builds a tombstone with Joan of Arc written on it.
And we'll end the episode there.
Yeah.
Boop.
Alrighty. Yeah. It's always weird with PBTA. Sometimes it goes really quickly, and sometimes you think, "Oh no, this is going to go for 5 hours." Yeah. All right. Any feedback or anything? Good, bad, different?
Sorry for being late. Wasn't so fun.
Oh, yeah, these things happen.
This was a ton of fun.
Okay.
Yes, it was good. I enjoyed it. Again.
I'm curious how it will end next week without 2 of those characters. Especially him, that wizard.
Who's playing next week? Are you playing again, Tyler? Or
No, I'll be at Origins.
oh, nice, lucky you. Well, I guess Joan's mission is going to carry you through. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad we got to fight some. I'm not sure if there was any harm that I should have been taking.
I think you avoided a lot of it because of doing your walls of force and stuff.
Yeah. Combat magic's really useful. I've enjoyed playing with Spellslinger. They have a lot of options.
Yeah.
Particularly in the Dresdenverse.
So narratively, I guess we would say Marsh is just going to keep hunting the Red Court in Denver, and
Yeah, I suppose we didn't really find. Did we find the 2 vampires that killed that guy?
No, but I mean they're not.
And that will be Marsh will probably be heading off looking for them.
But I mean, maybe he did. They're not the type that leave a journal of convenient. I was the one that did it or anything. So
well, we saw them there. If it wasn't one of the ones we killed. So.
Yeah, circumstantial, but yeah. But you're pretty sure there is more Red Court activity, so we can say that's what he's off doing after this.
Did we actually find out? Was it the Shard of the Never Never, like stirring up ghosts, that led to the possession in the park?
Yes.
Yeah. And like, there's still this problem of ghosts converging on the Shard itself.
Yeah. So you are going to have to do something about the Shard, but yeah.
May I suggest that Jack's disappearance is going off to the White Council to seek advice, but he feels that he can't move the Shard directly himself, so he leaves it in Joan's safekeeping.
But in your house.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I can keep Joan out.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I really love this sort of dynamic that's going on. That's really fun. Angel Wings is really, really cool.
Is it teleport, or do you have to have an open door somewhere?
No, it's teleport. I can be wherever I need. Like, it just says you can travel to, go instantly to anywhere you visited before, or to a person you know well. So, if I've walked in the same spot before, I can be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You never should have brought her your home. That would have been the solution.
He probably didn't. It's more that I know him well enough through various history, well, so on and so on. I can just appear wherever he is, and it usually, unless something's going on, then he would be in his apartment. So,
yeah.
Where it gets a little dicey is if he tries to take if she tries to take someone with her.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's the risk. I can teleport around. Yeah, and I can only teleport at most 2 people, 1 or 2 people with you, but then need to roll. So, and I specifically took the one where I'm not good at magic stuff. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. End of session. Did we conclude the current mystery? Yes. I should have pointed out earlier that when you found the shard in the graveyard, there's sort of necromantic magic curled around it as well. It's not just Fae.
Oh, okay. Right.
So when you banished it last time, it went out of time for like a week, and then bang, appeared in a bunch of places where there's death, which in this case is a vampire lair at the graveyard. And yeah. All right. So yes, you did conclude the current mystery. Did we say someone certain death?
Yeah, those 2 guys.
Yeah, the people at the fairgrounds as well.
Yeah.
Do we learn something new and important about the world? I mean, Marsh found out there was a Never Never.
Yeah.
That there are non-humans.
Yeah, there are non-humans running around of different sort, and they're not all evil. I learned something about the other hunters. Yeah, not all humans are evil. So, yeah, I'd say 3 experience points plus whatever you had for failure.
Cool.
Whew.
Yeah, so I worked out that I actually had 2 left over after the XP from the first session. So I gained 2 through failure, now 3 now. So I have another advancement.
Cool, but that
I have an advancement. I know what I'm going to choose as well. I'm going to choose a move from the Exile playbook. If I bring that up, where is it? Get here. Yep. So I'm going to choose Immortal Name. Your monster hunting exploits are legendary, so much that your name still scares monsters and minions. You may manipulate monsters with threats if they understand enough to have heard stories about you. And that tracks with like our use of me having reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense. All right, so Jack's gone off to the White Council to get a ritual to sort of get rid of the shard.
Yeah.
Marsh is hunting Red Court in Denver because that's where they seem to be. Bastards are out there. Okay, and the other 2 are ongoing, so it's all cool.
Another thing I really liked was that we did do a kick in the door and clear out the monster nest activity, which I was really looking forward to doing.
Yeah, last session wasn't very fighty.
Yeah, I noticed that. I deliberately thought I'd throw in some. I mean, I was going to bring the pain with the vampires, but you guys were rolling pretty well, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, they didn't even need a fourth character, technically. They slaughtered them.
We had a heavy combat. I mean, with the spell slinger, that's a heavy combat capable, and the divine is amazing at it. And then, the wrong is just built to kill.
Yeah, trick killers.
Yeah. But last session there was a lot of bad rolls, so it's kind of just why I didn't have combat, because otherwise I would have got creamed.
Yeah.
I still haven't failed a roll. I do have a question about an advancement.
Yep, shoot.
There's this dark negotiator. You can use manipulate someone move on monsters as well as people.
I don't think you need it, because the monsters are kind of the people in Dresden. So in this case, the setting, you don't need that.
So my question: can I use that for the mental dominions? I could control other monsters because the dominion says only normal humans. It's not persons. So,
yes, you can.
So I'll take that.
Because most of the monsters in Dresden are humanoid, biped, intelligent anyway. So yeah.
So I'll take that in order to be able to influence monsters as well. Because I didn't think I could influence vampires by force, for example.
No, you can.
I could?
Yeah.
With the mental dominion, I mean.
Yeah. It's not automatic. You'll have to do a roll or something, but yeah.
No, of course, yeah, the roll thing. But I could do it on vampires?
Yeah.
So do I need a...
But if it's like the head of the house of that group of vampires, it might be harder because they've been doing this crap for hundreds of years.
So do I need an advancement for that, in your opinion?
No.
I thought I didn't.
No.
Okay.
No, you
I don't want to take it.
In this case,
Yeah, I'm going to fly. Or immortal. I'm not sure.
All right.
One or the other.
Before we sort of close up, anyone have any comments or suggestions or feedback for other players or anything? All went well, I thought, but
it's nice to know you can always use magic, because now I have stuff to do with all my weird.
I like the other weirdnesses, because I really did think about, I didn't see Marsh being magical at all, and I liked that hunches as an option to pull in. I think that was I think that's really cool. But those other weirdnesses are neat. I think the weird science is super cool too.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
They actually add flavor rather than, oh no, it's a big restriction, we can't all do magic now. But
Yeah.
Tome of Mysteries has got the ones in there expanded, and then it's got a few more, there's past lives as well, which would be a really cool one for Joan to have, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That body one, was it mind over body or whatever? That one, to make you a phys ad is pretty damn cool too. I've seen somebody do a kind of ninja type character doing that one where you phys ad stuff, and it's really very interesting.
Yeah.
I love Monster of the Week. You did a great job with it, Blake. This was a ton of fun.
It's with PBTA, it's always sort of, you've got to balance sort of, when am I going to use the roles to change the narrative, and when am I just going to go with the narrative that the people are making up, sort of thing? Because it's you kept
it pressing on real well too. The pace was really frantic and moving, and that was good. I think that always works well for Monster.
Yeah, before I started running PBTA, I watched quite a lot of other people run the Dungeon World and Monster of the Week, especially all of Jason's Mercy Falls and the other one, the Dungeon World series that I can't remember now. Keepers are the keys and stuff. So I already knew how the flow sort of went before I actually started, and there is something to be said for learning from watching AP. You just get how it all flows and works, and yes.
I really enjoyed the you see Joan of Arc's grave. Now we'll cut to the other group.
Yeah,
that was a great one, because I was literally I hope you leave us with the cliffhanger before you cut back to the other group, and then you did it. That was great.
Yeah, well, you separated some. Okay, well, that's fine. We can use that to part of the tension and keep it going.
What I said before, I always try and split groups into two in Hangouts, just because I feel like you can have conversations without it being splitting up everybody.
That's fair enough.
And also, like, I don't really like the sort of 4 people pile into a room and all of them start interrogating the one NPC that's there, right? Like,
Yeah, they're gonna go. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But,
yeah.
It's cool.
And it was cool to be
Yeah.
split off with Lim because, you know, I had a history with the other two. It was nice to have us who knew nothing of each other. That was really kind of cool.
Yeah. That'll
I
work
like
pretty well.
Lem being social butterfly as well, because we can always just be like, "Oh, Lem, you know these people." Like,
They know basically anyone.
you get
Not
around,
everyone,
right?
anyone. They go around.
No worries. All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you all. It was cool playing with you all again, and yeah, on 2 of you, I'll see you next week. And yeah, the other 2, hopefully, we'll get to play again in the future. It was all cool.
Yeah, I really look forward to it. And yeah, thank you for running Monster of the Week. I love Monster of the Week. It's a great game.
It is.
Thank you much, Blake. Tom, it was lovely meeting you. And Eris and Will, love seeing y'all again. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.